You're right guys, it's Capgun Tom here and welcome to episode number 58 of Deploying Dortmund. Now we're going to kick this episode off by finding our way into our trade pod to see that we have managed to sell 3 items, including the Informed Schürrle, the Informed Cesc Fabregas and the Informed Defoe. Still got 5 Informs to sell, so a lot of coins, well, in our name, I guess. This is all just sort of like product and we're just waiting for it to sell on so that we get our capital back. Now if you're looking to buy some Ultimate Team coins, go and check out futcoinemporium.com. their link will be down in the description. A fast, cheap and reliable coin service, and if you use the discount code CapGunTom you'll get 10% off all your purchases. So we're going to start off today by going into the Gold Cup. There's a good 2,000 coin bonus if we can win this thing, plus the silverware, which always looks good in your club. Now we have got our team here, as you can see, going to set it up, going to put our better players on as we rested them in the last game, and you can see there how it looks after we finished rotating everyone about. Now we're going into our first game and we come up against a 3-5-2 BPL squad. Now I'm going to show you a clip of what was going on in this game. It was horrendously lagged. Literally we could do nothing, and this was like the whole game was like this. I'm just showing you this bit just so you can see how bad it was. Now I can't leave because I'm obviously playing this for a series. I can't afford to not be having, you know, my DNF go down, etc, etc. So I messaged the guy, I paused and I said, dude, I can't leave, this is for a YouTube series, is there any chance you could back out? And the guy, being an absolute lad that he is, ended up scoring 2 own goals and then backing out a couple of minutes after half time. We thought that there was a little period where there was no lag, and I actually was going to score a couple of own goals myself to let him back into the game because it wasn't lagging, but as soon as I scored the first own goal it started lagging again. I was like, okay, I'm just going to take the win, and the guy ended up quitting out. So we win that one 2-1, and very nice guy, and it sort of has restored my faith that there are some nice people in the FIFA community willing to help each other out when, you know, you're in need. So we're going into the quarterfinals of the cup, coming up against a 4-2-3-1 well, it's a Bundesliga meets BPL hybrid. I don't know why I was struggling to come up with that, but yes, Bundesliga BPL hybrid, quite a nice looking one. And we start off by the scoring in fantastic fashion. You have to say that shot from Blazikowski was absolutely unbelievable. Really nice volley. However, we ended up giving away a penalty. I thought I was running shoulder to shoulder there with Felipe Santana, but apparently the referee saw it other ways. Balotelli went down, which is kind of odd because Balotelli doesn't usually get pushed off anything. Anyway, here's the penalty. He's using Balotelli to take it. Will we manage to keep this one out? Here he goes, going to run up to the ball, and unfortunately we go the wrong way. See there, he's got the 1-all position at this point, so not brilliant, and he manages to make it 2-1 when he goes through with David Silva. Really nice passing move actually to give him the space. Then I went full on dirt, gave him another goal, and he's 3-1 up at this point. We managed to get one back, kind of luckily, but I was ultra attacking, and as you know, when you go ultra attacking it leaves space at the back, and I went full on derp again with the defenders. So he ends up winning 4-2 in a game I probably should have done a little bit better in, but you know, that sometimes happens. You know, the penalty changed the flow of the game, and unfortunately we end up, well, losing the game. It's just as simple as that. Anyway, we're going to not get disheartened. We're going to go into another Gold Cup. We're in the first round again, and we're coming up against a guy called Swansea City. He has a 4-3-2-1 Serie A squad with Inform Lamela. He has El Shaarawy, he has Muriel. He has very, very good players in there, and kind of a formidable looking squad, to be honest. Now he managed to take the lead quite easily. Don't know where his defence went there, but Lewandowski eats up that space and managed to finesse that one into the back of the net to give us a 1-0 lead. However, again, I managed to give away a penalty. This time it was much more disastrous, as it was a tackle from behind, and Felipe Santana does indeed get a red card here. Really, really unfortunate. I thought I had the legs on him to get round in front of him and hook the ball away, but as you can see, it was quite clearly a hack down, and we sent him flying like Superman. So Vidal steps up. In fact, he's going to change to Lamela. I have no idea why, because Vidal has like 94 penalty taking stats, but you know, Lamela does the job anyway, and we are currently sitting at 1-all. So not a brilliant start. We've got 10 men here, and then everything went horrifically wrong. Exactly the same thing happened twice in a row. Muriel going through the middle of my defence and scoring, and then 2 seconds later, again, managing to go through and finesse that one in. So he's 3-1 at this point. You're thinking that's game over surely, but he gave me a way back into the game, passing it straight out to Leitner, and the ball eventually rolls over the line in the rain. Didn't think it was going to make it, but it just about did, and we started putting the pressure on after that. The tables turned. Here's Lewandowski. No idea how he managed to get that shot off, but he did, and thankfully it found its way into the back of the net. So it's 3-3 at this point, and we still have 10 men. You've got to remember that. And we eventually take the lead. Royce with an absolute thumping effort hits the bar, and did you see how high that bounced back out of the goal after it hit the floor? He was ultra attacking. We had another chance, and Lewandowski made it 5-3. So how we went from, you know, being 1-0 up to 3-1 down with 10 men to eventually winning 5-3, I have no idea. I don't really understand what happened in that game, but I'm pretty thankful. He ended up quitting out, as you can see, and we take down that first round win. So that's pretty good. Lewandowski having probably the best game of his life. Anyway, time for a signing. It's one you guys have all been waiting for. Finally going to make it. I've been looking for this guy for absolutely ages for a price under 400k, because I don't think he's worth over 400k. That's all of the players that were being listed of 400k, and eventually one popped up for 392. On the Ultimate DB says that it goes for an average of about 360, so I guess I'm losing about 30k. But to be honest, with all the cards locked up at about 400k, I'm not too bothered. So there we go. Man of the match Gundogan is going to put into our squad about frickin' time. We've sent our old Gundogan off to the trade pile. We're going to give him a 3-4-2-1 card. No need to change his position though, because he will get full chemistry there. So there you go. He is in the squad. Very nice looking stats, 89 dribbling, 86 pace, and a bunch of other good stats too. We can finally bring up the list. It's been a long time. Give Gundogan the check mark, and it means that we can finally start signing those team of the season players. So I'm pretty excited about that. Going to quickly list up Gundogan for, well, I'm hoping to make some profit on him, because I'm going to list him up for about 139k. Whether we end up selling for that, I don't know. There are a few cheaper ones on the market, but they're all in like centre attacking mids, whereas ours is a centre mid, which obviously makes it more valuable, because a camp centre mid card is quite expensive. So here we go. We're not actually playing Gundogan in this game, just because he only had 86 fitness. He needed to be rested off, and once he's rested, we'll get him into the team. Now, we ended up going behind in this game. I rushed the goalkeeper out into no man's land. He missed the ball, and Aguero ended up scoring, but it wasn't long before we were on level terms. You can see there Perisic going through and scoring in the 43rd minute. Quite a nice goal from him. However, after this, it went pretty pear-shaped, as you're about to see. Immediately from the kickoff, he has all kinds of space. Here's Balotelli just steaming through the middle of the pitch. Defence disappeared, and he ends up scoring. So the draw was short-lived, and we end up conceding within about 10 seconds of game time. Now we managed to get back onto level terms again. Blazikowski here just waiting as long as he wanted to finesse that one into the back of the net. Actually didn't think it was going to go in when the shot went off, but it did sneak its way into the back of the net, and I was pretty thankful for that. So we're 2-2 at this point. And unfortunately, we do end up conceding again in the 80th minute. No idea how he managed to score that. I thought I'd pushed him wide. I did everything that I was supposed to push him out, so he didn't have the angle to shoot. Near post shot. No idea how that's gone in, but there you go. We end up getting taken away from the tournament, and I felt a little bit hard done by. As you can see, I had more chances, and if you look at the shots on target where they were all from, mine were all except for 2 from inside the box, whereas his were all on the edge of the box, all 8 of them. Well, there was one within and a couple right on the edge, but then there was quite a few outside, so I felt a little bit hard done by not to be taking away the full, well, it wasn't 3 points, but the win in that one. Anyway, we're going to go and try out Gundogan now. We're going to go into some division matches, and we come up against a 4-2-2-2 squad. It's well, it's a Liga BPL sort of hybrid, not really sure. It's actually more like a La Liga Spanish hybrid, I guess. And you can see here that we do take the lead early on. Royce just steaming down that left wing, crossing it in. Sheba with the diving header. He's very good at those diving headers, I have to say. And the guy immediately rage quit out. So we're going to take down 3 points, which isn't too bad. And I was pretty happy about that. Now, this is a very long episode. I probably should have ended it here, but I wanted to try Gundogan because we hadn't really, you know, had a chance to try him. So we're going to go into one final game, and we're coming up against a 4-3-2-1, again La Liga squad. Quite a nice one. He's got inform Alexis Sanchez and inform Biscuits. So the only thing I'm actually looking at in this squad is the fact that he's using Puyol at the back. So I was like, I'm going to be able to score some goals against this guy because Puyol is notoriously slow. However, this guy was a complete knob. He ended up passing it round his defence for the first 20 minutes of the game. It was an absolute nightmare, and he did this pretty much the whole entire time. He had like 2 or 3 counters where he tried to have a shot, but eventually in the 78th minute and just slightly before that, I managed to score 2 goals. So he ended up rage quitting out, so I was very thankful for that. Didn't actually see any action from Gundogan there, but definitely going to see some in the next episode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Obviously, if you could drop a like for the inform signing, that would be absolutely amazing. Let's see if we can hit 1,500 likes on this video. But other than that, I'm going to have to stop talking. I will leave it there, and I will see you all next time.